This is the tea leaf fortune telling card reading for the new moon eclipse on the 15th of February 2018. There's a reading for each star sign. Just check the timestamps in the next frame. Look at your sun, your rising and your moon sign to get a complete story. I've also divided the reading for each star sign into your love, your career and your happiness readings. Right, let's start with Aquarius. Aquarius, where your relationships are concerned, you get the quill, the star and the candle card. So the quill says get back to basics, the star says guaranteed success, and the candle says you'll be shown the way. So whether you're looking for a new relationship or you're in a relationship, you are being guided during this eclipse to get back to the basics of relating. This guarantees you success, and if you do not know how to do this, this eclipse is going to show you. It's going to shine the light on what that is. What is the basics in relating in your love life with your partner? This eclipse is going to show you exactly what that is. Now, if we move on to your career reading, you get the mule, the man, and the bag. Now, there's somebody, it looks like it's a man, in your career sector or your projects, and he's been particularly stubborn or has been particularly stubborn, been giving you a lot of uphill, been unwilling to change the way he does things. But I think maybe he's going to feel bad and he's going to reward you in some way for having been so stubborn and unwilling to change. Or you will be rewarded in some way for dealing this person and doggedly carrying on, trying to do your best in your career or your projects, working around this person. You will be rewarded in some way for having done that. If we look at your happiness cards, you get the tankard, the grapes, and the young woman. The tankard says celebration, fun, enjoyment. The grape says time to go out and have fun. And the younger woman says you're dealing with someone in a relationship or a friendship that's a younger woman. And I think this younger woman's going to be the one that eggs you on to go out and have fun. And there is definitely potential during this eclipse, and even because of this eclipse, to go out and just sort of shift your focus to having fun, and this younger woman's going to help you with that. Aries, for you, this new moon eclipse where relationships are concerned, you get the carriage card, the stork card, and the fair man. So the carriage says you're going on a journey, either mental or physical. The stork says there's news of a birth or a new business opportunity, and it has something to do with the dealings of or relationship with a man who is blonde, grey, or has white hair. So Aries, definitely you're going on some kind of journey due to this eclipse. It will bring news of a business opportunity or news of birth within the family. And there is a fair man involved in this. So even though this is in your relationship sector, the business opportunity does impact on your relationships, definitely. Or it brings a relationship into your life with a fair man. There's definitely some kind of journey involved. And I think it's more of a physical journey than a mental one. I seem to get that feeling. If we look at your career cards, you get the boat, the vulture, and the empty chair. The vulture says you've been depressed and worried about your career. The empty chair says someone's moving out of your life. But the boat says that you're going to score a windfall because of this. Eclipses will often move people out of our lives. And it seems as if this person moving out of your life in your career sector or your project sector has been the person responsible, or to a certain extent influencing the fact that you're unhappy about your job, but you're going to be scoring a windfall. Now, if we look at your happiness card, you get the frying pan, the cobweb, and the victory. The frying pan says there's been trouble and accusations. I think this has to do with what's happening in your career sector, your projects. But the cobweb says you're protected from negative forces beyond your control. In other words, there is someone at your back in the higher realms. And the victory card says you will have victory over the situation in the end, so there's nothing to worry about. Cancer, for you, where this new moon solar eclipse is concerned, you get in your love and relationship reading, you get the eye, the mountain, and the grapes. The eye says trust your intuition, the mountain says major challenges to overcome, and the grape says time to go out and have fun. So where there are challenges in relationships, be it that you're looking for a relationship or that you're in a relationship, trust your intuition. It will move you through this problem, and then it's time to go out and have fun. It could also be a case of shift your energy. If you're in a relationship and having problems, go and do something fun. Listen to your intuition because it'll prompt you what to do. And then you will see you will overcome this major challenge. There's something to do with having fun and having that sort of energy about you of having fun that moves you through this challenge, and your intuition will help you see what that is. If we look at your career sector, this seems to be where you are having your eclipse bringing in the new experiences and giving you the best experiences, because you get the tankard, the boat, and the flowers. The tankard says celebration, fun, and enjoyment. The boat says money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. And the flower says happiness. So you're going to be celebrating a windfall where your career is concerned, and it's going to be bringing you great happiness. Better news than that you couldn't get. Now, if we look at your happiness cards, you get the ram, the frying pan, and the tent. Now, the ram says there's a stubborn, aggressive person. There's trouble and accusations with the frying pan. But the tent says this is a temporary situation. You will win this one out. I think this has to do with relationships. That seems to be where your sticking point might be with this eclipse. But it's only a temporary situation. It will go away. Capricorn, this new moon eclipse where your relationships are concerned brings in news of a birth or business opportunity. The spear card says heartache over what you no longer have, and the star says guaranteed success. So you perhaps you have a little heartache over something that is left, something that is gone, something you don't have anymore. But the guaranteed success, the card says things are definitely going to change for the better, and I think it's that news of a birth or business opportunity, something that has to do with relationships, though it impacts on your relationships. This guarantees success, and it changes the whole way you feel about this heartache that you're having at the moment. Now, if we have a look at your career, you get the rainbow, the sunrise, and the horse. Rainbow says the most difficult part of a situation is over. The sunrise says new creative ideas, new venture, and a fresh start. And the horse says a short journey. So in your career sector, things are set for a whole new beginning. The struggles you had, the worst of them is over. And there's definitely a short journey involved that has you connected with work. I think Uranus, that is beautifully aspected to this new moon eclipse, new moon solar eclipse, will show you that, will bring that journey suddenly into your life. You probably don't even know about it yet. If we look at your happiness cards, you get the dog barking, the tower, and the camel. And the dog barking is advice from a friend. The tower says a solid foundation with success and effort. And the camel says persevere, and you will overcome problems. If I have a look at that, I think that you have a solid foundation. No matter what crops up with this eclipse, things will crop up. They often do out of the blue. Just persevere. You're going to work your way through it. And the dog barking says, listen to the advice of a good friend. I will say it now. I'll say it several times in this video. That advice coming from friends is often also from higher realms. It's one way for your angels to speak to you. Gemini, for you, this new moon solar eclipse, in your relationships and love sector, you get the tower, the wall, and the bow. So the tower says you have a solid foundation, so you'll have success with effort. The wall says there's a misunderstanding, but the bow says you are highly thought of. So even if you're looking for a relationship or you're in one, there's going to be a little bit of misunderstanding that crops up due to this eclipse. Eclipses can do that. They can hide certain facts and highlight others. It's possibly the hiding of something that causes the misunderstanding. But don't worry, your relationship has a solid foundation, or this new person that you meet, there's a solid foundation to the potential for a relationship, and they think highly of you, so you will work your way through it. If we have a look at your career sector, you get teardrops, mice, and the dog barking. The teardrops say great personal sorrow, the mice say discord among friends or family, and advice card from a friend is the dog's barking. I'm just going to say now there's Mercury is beautifully aspected to this eclipse. So that means that communication is key. People will be communicating with you and bringing you advice. Remember, it can come from higher realms, from your angels. Listen to that advice because it will help you with whatever this discord is that is making you unhappy at work. If we look at your happiness, you get the fan, the shark, and the sunrise. Now the fan says romance, celebration, a party. The shark says take care or there will be financial loss. And the sunrise says new creative ventures and ideas, a fresh start. So you're definitely going to be celebrating something. Don't blow all your money on it though, on the celebrations. There is a case, I think, of having to handle things carefully in your career so that you don't find that you are short of, so shall we say, money, right? But you're having a fresh new start and you're going to celebrate that, and eclipses always bring that in as well. Leo, for you, where love and relationships are concerned with this new moon eclipse, someone is being rather flaky. They're being undependable, perhaps even insincere, but you need to maintain your balance. You need to keep that equilibrium, because whatever this is that this person that you're in a relationship with or a partnership with, or someone you meet in a new relationship or partnership, that will be moving out. That flakiness and that sort of insincerity and being undependable will move out with this eclipse. It'll be eclipsed out of your life, okay? So just keep your cool, maintain your balance. If we look at your career, you get the cracked cup, the pineapple and the grapes. You're feeling dissatisfied with your career or your career sector. There's reconciliation in this sector of your life. Things will come right. That grapes card says you're not having enough fun. You're perhaps too focused on what is not right in your career and forgetting to go out there and have a good time. If you do that, you'll find it all reconciles in the end. If we look at your happiness, you get the well, the woman, the box, and dogs. The well says family wishes come true. So, Leo, there's definitely a thing within the family circle, something that you wished for happens. It has to do with a woman. She is key to it. She's the catalyst, or is key to whatever happens. You receive a gift. So this eclipse brings you a gift and you have a good time with friends. So that's a very nice little lineup there that's happening for you, regardless of what you may be feeling dissatisfied with. That will be coming in for you for this eclipse. Right, my fellow Librans, in your relationship sector, because of this eclipse, due to this eclipse, you get the door, the horse and the star. An opportunity awaits you with this eclipse. That lightning bolt of Uranus, beautifully aspected to this eclipse, and I think Mercury as well, opens a door for you where relationships are concerned. It sets you off on a short journey, and there's guaranteed success of either finding a relationship, resolving something in a relationship, elevating your relationship. There's a little diamond there for some of you with this eclipse, and it's close to Valentine's Day. So basically, beautiful stars. It's in your 5th house as well, which is of romance, Libra. So beautifully aspected, something there for each one of you. If we have a look at your career sector, you see you get the gong, the harp, and the pineapple. There's an exciting event, great happiness and reconciliation. I think a lot of Librans have been working very, very hard, but perhaps not seeing the fruits of their labors. Haha, no pun intended with a pineapple. But something occurs because of this eclipse. Remember, there's a 2-week to 6-month window where an eclipse is concerned, and it's an exciting event which brings you great happiness where your career is concerned. If we look at your happiness, you get the cane, the archway, and the dolphin. The cane says pay attention to your health. This eclipse may shine a light on some health issue that you have. Pay attention to what that is. The archway says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. In all sectors of your life, it would seem. The eclipse is lighting that way. It's shining light down on lots of opportunities specifically for you. The dolphin says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So your hard work is rewarded. Pisces, this new moon eclipse where your relationships are concerned. You get the well, the dog, and the bull. Some kind of family wish is coming true for you guys. I have a feeling it's about the family unit. Something you're wishing about your family unit comes true with this eclipse. You have protection from a powerful friend, and it says do not back down from opposition. So there is some kind of hurdle that this eclipse brings that you have to overcome. But you have a friend that is going to help you in a big way with this. That will keep that little family unit of yours together the way you want it to be. Be it your dogs and your cats and you, or your children and you, whatever the case may be. Where your career is concerned, you had an unsuccessful outcome to a problem. It crops up during this eclipse, but there's suddenly excitement and good fortune. So you suddenly get some kind of excitement in your career sector, which then leads to good fortune, and that comes in with this new moon eclipse. Where your happiness is concerned, you get the eagle, the turkey, the needle, and thread. The eagle speaks about triumph over obstacles, so you're going to triumph over whatever those obstacles are. The turkey says someone is behaving stupidly. This card always makes me laugh, especially the picture as well. I don't know who this is, but you have that needle and thread card which says a sincere wish will be granted. So maybe your sincere wish is they start behaving themselves, and they actually do. Let's hope so. Sagittarians, where your relationships are concerned with this new moon eclipse, you seem to be having a little bit of a sticking spot in your relationships. You get the fox, the knot, and the basket. However, the unsuccessful plans that you've had, whether it's getting a new relationship or within a relationship, you are shrewd and resourceful. And because of that, you get rewarded for merit or recognition. So whatever you do to fix a relationship, to work within a relationship, to get a relationship, no matter that you have that sticky knot, you get the reward and the recognition for having worked through that sticky spot. If we have a look at your career sector, you get a short journey with a horse. The tower says solid foundation, success with effort, and you get the dog barking. Advice from a friend. So you're going on a short journey where your career is concerned, Sagittarius. I think it's to solidify what you're already doing, but you will get advice from a friend on this short journey. Listen to that advice. Like I've said many times in this video, Mercury is beautifully aspected to this eclipse. You will be receiving absolute gems during this eclipse of advice and information. If we have a look at your happiness, you get the haystack, the shield, and the star. Now the haystack says there's a karmic element to this eclipse. That's a no-brainer. There's always a karmic element to eclipses, right? They sort of speed up things that need to come our way. You need to defend yourself, but I don't think in a big way, because the star says there's guaranteed success. It's just a case of you're going to feel like you need to defend yourself, but you're going to come out on top. Scorpio, where this new moon eclipse is concerned and your relationships, you'll see you get the older man, sunrise, and the eye. So where an older man is concerned during this eclipse, there is potential for a new beginning, a new venture, a fresh start. Listen to your intuition, because it will be guiding you where this older man is concerned, and he's definitely the key to a fresh start in your relationship sector. Be it that you are in a relationship with him or you're looking for a relationship, this is a key character, and your intuition will tell you how it will help you with this fresh start in your relationships. If we look at your career sector, you get the owl, the lobster, and the whale. You'll get advice from a wise person. As I've said before, Mercury is beautifully aspected to this eclipse. You will get absolute gems of information and advice. You're feeling the pinch in your career. I think there are demands on you. And you're going to see, though, that family wishes come true. So even though you're feeling that pinch, it helps towards making wishes for your family come true. Whether you bring in more income, whether you use that income to make your family happier, that's all in store for you with this eclipse. You get, in your happiness sector, you get the yoke, the wind chimes, and the tree. There's a lot of family aspects in your reading. The yoke says you're feeling tired down and frustrated, but don't worry, the wind chimes say, because peace and harmony will be restored in affairs with your family. So your family is going to be one happy unit once again. This eclipse is going to bring everything into place to make that happen. Taurus, for you where relationships are concerned in this new moon eclipse, you've got a guardian angel watching over you, directing what's going to be happening in your life, no doubt, to some extent. There's the birth or conception of a child. Be careful of that if you don't want one. Either way, there's deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So whatever's going on in your relationship sector at the moment, know that it's going to be successful in the end, and you will have that great inner peace that comes with it as well, even if there is a baby coming. If we look at your career sector, you've got a lovely lineup. You have the bird flying, needle and thread, and the arrow. The bird flying says there's news on the way. The needle and thread says this will grant a sincere wish that you've had. And the arrow says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So your career is actually on the right trajectory. You'll get news that says as much and grants a wish at the same time. You have a very lovely lineup of cards here, Taurus, because your happiness, you're going to be receiving a gift. Maybe it's the child. Any problems you have at the moment are temporary. Don't worry too much about them. And the ladder says you are climbing towards success. So that's lovely. Lovely lineup of cards there, Taurus. Virgo, for you where this new moon eclipse and your relationships are concerned, you are feeling some kind of pinch in your relationships. Perhaps it says financial pinch. I think it could just be that relationships are what is a sticking point with you at the moment. But a friend is thinking of you, and there's news of birth or a new business opportunity. Perhaps it's finances that are impacting heavily on your relationship. But there's news coming from that will relieve that pinch. And it's through a friend. Somehow they're the ones that are going to be responsible for changing the direction of that financial sort of pinch that you're feeling. Where your career is concerned, you have been feeling depressed about it, but you're about to have good fortune, and the most difficult part is now over. That's lovely. Then your happiness, you have bird, perched, owl and lion. You have a lineup of animals. You're waiting for news, a package or a letter. You get good advice from somebody, and then it is time to act. So that all comes in with this new moon eclipse. You have good fortune, the worst is over, you will get advice, and then it is time to take action. Eclipses are often portals for action. If we miss that portal, it may not come round again, or it could come round again, but who knows when. So jump at that opportunity when it does arrive. Don't miss it, okay? Right, I hope you all enjoyed that new moon solar eclipse reading. There's just a bunch of highlights for everybody. Okay, if you'd like a personal or private reading or that incredible soulmate reading, you can contact me by the links in the description box below. Also, I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, sharing, and yes, especially to those of you that share this video. Thank you very much.